Hello guys, this is Blue Cheetah, and I'd like to show off my fancy new sticky piston inspired by Codecrafted's recent video. And so, as you can see, it retracted through the slime block, and it can do this for any number of slime blocks, and it will only retract the next item up to 12 blocks away, at least that is. And so that's where that convenient lapis marker was, and so I'll extend over that, and we can use any material right here because it's copying. It doesn't actually set block or anything, and so you can see it worked with all of those as well as any other block, and you don't even have to put a block in the end. It knows how to reach out and grab blocks and pull them back, and so I'll be back in a second to show how the redstone command blocks work. Alright, so this is the redstone, and so you can kind of see what happens when I go back and forth. And so when this is extended, it lets me change what happens down there, and so as soon as I place a block up here, it will copy the block into both those positions down there, and so it will register all blocks up to this block. And then what it does when I turn it off is it converts all the slime blocks into redstone blocks and then leaves the others there. And basically what it does is the right side will clone, so once extended, so the first block, these two, will move this block here. The next one moves this block there. The next one moves that block there, all the way up until the end. And the piston itself will retract the first one for me. And so basically how I do this is when this is a half-tick clock right here, setting and deleting, that only only clocks when this redstone wire is on, because instead of setting a block there, I set a coal block there. And then this one clones it into one of these places, and this one clones into the other one. I think this one goes into that row, and this one goes into that row. It doesn't really matter. And then what happens, and so when we flick the lever, it will turn this redstone wire on, which is this one, which is the new week 4 snapshot line, and so that will convert all these slime blocks in this area into redstone blocks to power the two commands. And so what that does is it moves the blocks down. And so because it's powering by a slime block, but it moves the next one, and the piston moves the first one for us, it will grab all the blocks and the next block. And then since I set up 12 blocks down here, maybe I set up 11, yeah, I set up 11, and so it will grab the 12th block. And so that's basically how it works. Now there are some flaws to this, because as you can see, if I split the slime blocks, they'll extend, but when they retract, they just kind of consume the slime blocks, and it's just kind of funny. Like that. And the other problem is that it only works in this orientation, because of the order that this command updates all of these command blocks. And so in this order, it will update them going down the line. And so, because when I move a block, I have to set it in to be air, because otherwise it would copy the last block rather than move the last block. And so you have to do one and then the next one, and then you have to go on to the next row. Otherwise it would delete the blocks before it, like it did over here, because it didn't have a support to move this block back. It just copied this block on top of it and deleted this one. And so that's basically how it works. And I think that's mostly everything.